everywhere in the world where I have met victims of war and conflict, in East Timor, Cambodia, in Bosnia and Herzegovina, in the Balkans altogether, in Africa, the victims want to have justice and they want to know the truth. And therefore it's so important that the Rome Statutes are enabling them to get justice and to know the truth. The Trust Fund for Victims was created for the victims because justice is not only about getting the perpetrators to the court, to justice, it's also to take care of the victims of quite horrible things that have been done to them. And the Trust Fund tries to help within the Rome Statutes the victims that have been suffering from what was done in the country. And it's very important to give this possibility for rehabilitation, for possibilities for a new life as much as possible. The mandate is, of course, the first one. They are the reparations after we have the verdicts, but we don't have so far. But of course we are preparing for that. But then we also have a second mandate to go in the communities, in the municipalities, to look into the victims that are evidently victims of atrocities. That is what we have been doing, for instance, in DRC and Uganda. I met with many of the victims that we have been able to reach. So it could be plastic operations after mutilations, you know, when ears and nose and lips are cut away, bullets taken from the body who have been just creating a terrible pain. Also counseling to former child soldiers, trauma counseling, and to get the villages to live again. It can be donating some chicken, have a chili pepper farming and so on, but just to give a life to the people, and then education of children. The Trust Fund for Victims is funded by voluntary contributions, and that is of course a good thing, and it's a little bit a bad thing in the sense that that means that governments and civil society, hopefully too, will know about the Trust Fund enough to give the voluntary contributions. Just now the main contributors have been Germany and Finland as next, and many other governments too. But we need much more contributions to be able to help. That is a negative thing that we meet in the field, that why can't you help us more? We need much more of help, but we can't do that if we don't have the contributions. So this is really an appeal to all good donors that please give your voluntary contributions so that we are able to help. We don't have field officers, a lot of field officers, only a few representatives. And that means that our projects must be carried out through the good cooperation with local NGOs who know the field, who are in constant cooperation with the victims, so that that we can direct our support to those who really need the support mostly. Of course, it could be good if we have more people in the field, but that's again a question of funds.